Hello, my name is Fiona Stanton from Papercraft, and this is one of the cards from July's box, Class in a Box. We're using the Boho Indigo product medley. Now in the introduction or in the overview video you'll have seen everything that's in that medley. So now I'm just going to get on with how we make this card. It's very straightforward and simple. What I'm going to do first of all is lay out my tiles. And it doesn't really matter how they're laid out. I guess I'm going for kind of light, dark, just to have that contrast. I want to say there's two there. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Right. And also trying to keep it spaced evenly as well. So I'm going to lay it out first. I always lay things out first, and then we'll glue it down. This just means that things are kept even. I'll have that one next. So it's not obviously going to be in the same order that I've done it in the my sample card, but things never are, and you'll get all these squares unless you've ordered the medley, in which case you'll cut it yourself, and you can work out which order you want it in. I do like this designer series paper. It's like a kind of what do you call it? Delft, Dutch Delftware. Is that what you'd call it? That kind of blue and white pottery type look. No. Do I want to change anything? I think I might swap those two, just so we've got some of the darker blue here a bit. This is all Night of Navy. That's the colour scheme in it. So let me glue those on. I'm trying to keep things evenly spaced and from the edges and from each other. I'm going to move it a bit further over that way. Oh, sorry. I always jiggle. So it's a very simple card. You're just putting the designer series paper bits on. Like so. And obviously for the stamp, if you've got the product medley, Boho Indigo medley, you can use the stamps from there. Otherwise, just use whatever stamp sentiments that you have that would fit what has been die cut out for you. There we go. Once you've got the first row down, the rest of it comes together quite easily. It's getting that bit evenly spaced first of all, if you see what I mean. Then the rest of it will kind of flow, she says, hopefully. I just realised I've got two the same there. What's in the back of that one? That one, I think. Don't want to have two patterns the same, do we? There we go. Right, and what we're also going to do is colour in the flowers. So I've got one big one and two little ones. You get about 20 of each, I believe, both sizes. Oh, and they come white, and they're kind of this little felt paper almost. I don't quite know how to describe the material. It's paper, but it feels a bit felty. I have to say, I'm not keen on the on felt myself. I don't really like the touch of felt. So I'm just going to use one of the stamping blends, and this is Night of Navy. I'm just going to hold down and use a bullet tip bit and just colour around. You could probably use water-based markers as well, but I've used alcohol markers just because I've got them to hand, really. Oh, wants to stick to me. I'm only giving it one coat, and I'm only going to colour the one side. You can colour more if you wanted to. Doesn't take long to do, really. And of course this means you can colour these flowers any colour you want. I've used a bullet tip end because the paper's slightly rough. I just feel it's a bit easier with a bullet tip, but it's up to you. So they used to sell the stamping blends in two, so you'd have a light and a dark. They're now selling them singly, so you don't have the packs anymore. I mean, they always did sell them singly, I think, but now you can get them individually. Make sure I've got it all coloured. There we go. And the stamping storage is great for storing your pens because they store them horizontally. So now we just put our flowers on, and I'm just using a little bit of Tombow again. Nothing special with that. Just a little bit. It just adds a little something. Doesn't need much glue. They're very light. Right, and now I'm just going to stamp my greeting again in Night of Navy, keeping everything monochromatic and very simple. This is what I love about Stampin' Up! Actually, is the designer series paper, because if you're not sure about what colours go together or what colours will look good together or what you want to do with your card, pick a designer series paper and just use the colours that they have put together there, because that will work out brilliantly. Going to say I stuck that upside down, but it doesn't actually matter for the time being, does it? Oh, funny being like that. Right, and I'm just going to put that on with a couple of dimensionals. I've only got the mini ones at the moment. I'm waiting for my order. Oh, yes, I am waiting for my order. We are able to order the Christmas catalogue, which comes out in August. And so I've got my pre-order coming at some point this week, which I am looking forward to. I might put that on Facebook. There we go. That's like that. And then Night of Navy matte layer onto a Whisper White card blank. A nice and simple card using, this is great if you've got scraps of designer series paper, this technique, just using little squares, and they are just the smallest square from the Layering Squares designer series paper. Now, how big are they then? Probably 1/2 inch. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just trying to work out how big they are. I'll have to look later. I think they're probably about 3/4 of an inch square. So there you go, that's that one. Thank you very much.